Hello there, people of YouTube land! It's your boy Sailor Dodo here, back today with the wrestling pay-per-view podcast of the Godcast. This is really late at night, so mind me if I'm jumbling my words. I'm tired, it's been a long day, but I do have a lot of things to talk about, with my usual suspect, Austin to Sir Lannister, Ultimate being one. Introduce yourself like we'll do every week.
Yep, we back again for this pay-per-view review.
Damn straight, son! We're gonna mash that pay-per-view review down his throat. Wham bam, thank you, man. Believe that. So Money in the Bank was certainly a interesting event on a few levels. There was definitely amazing things that happened, but there was also some really shitty things that happened.
There's some questionable things for sure.
Yeah, it was an event that had a lot of highs and a lot of downs. So we're just going to kind of go through this event, hopefully a little bit streamlined, a little bit on the quicker side, because our last podcast was like 40 minutes long. Let's see if we can sort of minimize that today so y'all can get on with your day, because I'm sure you're all beautiful bastards and you got stuff to do. But we're happy that you tuned in for another episode of this Godcast. It's just awesome. Yeah. So, we're not going to talk about the pre-show, for obvious reasons. The pre-show...
No, ain't nobody watching that.
I mean, I'm like the biggest wrestling fan ever, and I don't bother with the pre-show unless it's for WrestleMania.
Yeah, they had some little jobber tag match on there. Ain't nobody watching that.
I mean, we already know that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson got jobbed out to the Bludgeon Brothers. That wasn't a fucking surprise. We knew that was going to happen from a mile away. So, very creative booking for the pre-show. What a way to set the standard for the show. But no one cares about matches when the crowd is still filing in. Like I said, the only time I ever watch pre-show is for WrestleMania, just to laugh at how bad the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is treated. And for some reason, it's treated like a fucking big deal for some reason in the lead up to WrestleMania. But that's another topic.
And I just laughed at Bray Wyatt being on the pre-show.
Yes. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy weren't even on this card. The Raw Tag Team Champions never defended. That says something, with how much they don't matter. Those two have made the title belts irrelevant.
Yeah, just like how Bray Wyatt, literally anything his fucking ass is involved in, it's just like immediately dead. Because he's dead.
Yeah, he could be quite literally dead with how they fucking book him. I mean, he got thrown into a swamp, apparently. He could be a zombie for all we know now.
Yeah, fought Randy Orton in a fucking house.
Yeah, and
he threw a fridge on him.
If that was the burial, that was the casket. The fridge was the casket, and Bray Wyatt was the man inside the casket, and that represents Bray Wyatt's career. It's dead, and it ain't ever going ever.
You remember the finish of that match? Fucking, he couldn't even beat Randy Orton in his own match. He had to have fucking Mahal interfere and shit.
Yeah, that was so bad. Oh my god. But I was so happy something that bad happened, because I remember with WrestleMania 33, everybody was just complaining, like, oh my god, the projections were so cringe. And yeah, they were kind of cringe. But
yeah,
I was like, okay, let's do a House of Horrors match, or whatever the fuck it was called. And then, let's quadruple the cringe. Let's increase the cringe by at least 10 times. And it was, oh god, we're talking like 1995 WWF style bad from this. Like, okay, what was that Mick Foley? Boiler Room Brawl. Yeah. This match makes Boiler Room Brawls look good.
The one he had with Big Show?
Yes! The one with the Big Show looks like a great match in comparison to this, folks, so don't go out of your way to watch it.
True.
You want to know another match that you shouldn't go out of your way to watch? Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass from Money in the Bank. Austin didn't catch the first half of the show because he forgot.
No, okay. I'll tell you right now why I missed this shit. I missed the whole first hour because I forgot the news about how WWE is making all their pay-per-views like fucking 10 hours from now on. So I started watching at 7 instead of 6. So I missed some jobber matches, but that's okay.
For me, on the other hand, thank God I remembered, or rather not.
Oh, I Still got some shit to say about it, though.
Okay, yeah, well, we'll definitely have to go on with that because you know kind of what happens from the results and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. In my humble opinion, this match was a stronger effort than their match at Backlash. It boasted some decent action. It went 16 minutes, apparently, according to the Wikipedia, so it was decently lengthy. Big Cass did look like a bigger threat. He didn't tap out immediately to the S-Lock, which was pretty nice to see. But in the end,
Yeah.
he got jobbed out. He still tapped out, and he tapped out fast. When Daniel Bryan's new... It seems like Daniel Bryan has this new, like, knee bar finisher that he's trying out. It seems like one of those transitional finishers that a guy like Seth Rollins would have. Remember that shit with the knee! The knee! And how that was a finisher?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It seems like one of those finishers that he'll only be using for like a couple of months and then he'll put it away and just transition back to the S-Lock as his main hold. But he's trying something new and he put Cass away with it, and because Daniel Bryan targeted the permanently injured leg of Big Cass, apparently, he just tapped out like a jobber boy within like 3 seconds to it.
Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be this big, tall guy, but fucking Daniel Bryan just beats him with ease.
Twice.
Oh, yeah, twice in a row. Taps out fucking twice. Big Cass is over, okay? This is it for Big Cass. This fucking guy, just fucking fire him. Send him with Enzo. They can do like a rap duo video now.
That would just be exquisite ripping material. Enzo and Cass's new world star rap career is going to set the world on fire.
This is what he gets for fucking being with Enzo.
Yeah. No, Enzo Amore is like the worst thing in existence now.
To any like Enzo fan, if you guys see this, I'm gonna ask you a question. Why? Why are you an Enzo fan?
Nowadays, there's like no point.
Possibly reply.
But in all seriousness, it's like back in the day with Enzo, it's like, okay, he had some like mannerisms that were kind of funny. Like, okay, fine, he walks around weird and all of that. He had his catchphrases, which the kids liked and all of that. So I never like hated him like most of the wrestling community did. But now, though, oh my, with that rap track that he cut, I don't think I've ever cringed at something that hard. And so,
I hate all you neckbeards, even though you're the only ones who like me.
It's so fucking cringe. Oh my god. And you want to know, okay, Enzo Amore, what does he think? Like, okay, I cut this really cringy diss track. What to do to follow this up? Oh, I know. Let's cut another cringy diss track on top of it. That's
Good
right.
idea.
He's cut fucking 2 diss tracks on the same woman. It's like he had to let all of his retard out in one giant swoon of like bad rap, and this is the result that we got. So if you're an Enzo fan still, I don't fucking understand. You can't be. You're lying to yourself. There's just you can't be. And if you're a big Cass fan, you can't be. There's no reason. This guy has been
no reason. Like, seriously, who on earth is getting behind Big Cass?
Can we just forget that Enzo and Cass even existed in the WWE? Bada boom, jobbers in the room. How the fuck you doing? There's no reason behind it. Daniel Bryan, he's just moving on, I guess. But you want to know something that I'm worrying about? We're going to have Big Cass come out on SmackDown, and then he's going to have a match with Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, where Daniel Bryan will tap him out again. And that's just going to be the Big Cass loop. He's going to challenge Daniel Bryan and act like a big guy. And it just gets more cringy every single time Daniel Bryan defeats him. It's just... So
it'll be like the AJ and Nakamura effect, but with them.
Yes, that's what it's gonna be. At least Nakamura fucking won a match on SmackDown the one time, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll get into that because I have a lot to say. Next up was Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn, and this is arguably the worst match of the night. It's either that or Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns, which, oh boy, we'll get into that.
Yeah, okay, for a second, when you said worst match of the night, I was like, oh, for sure. And then I realized, I was like, hey, that Reigns match was there.
Unfortunately, it was there. But essentially, all this match was, Sami Zayn, he came out, and he flopped around like a fish out of water coming out to the ring. I don't get it.
I don't know what his fucking entrance is either.
But
he just comes out like fucking jumping.
He flailed his arms
legs
everywhere. His legs just shucking and jiving like he's having, like he watched that Pokemon episode with the seizure-inducing effects.
Porygon.
The Porygon episode of Pokemon. Then he like fucking jumps down, acts like he's dead, like oh, and then like acts like I'm having a seizure. Blah, blah, blah. Then he gets right back up and he's like dab, and then he gets into the ring and it's just. Are you okay? Do you need, like, medicine or something? If this is meant to be charming, I don't get it. It's just...
That was all the fans. He's representing all the fans when they were watching this match and this feud.
So what, they're just, like, flopping around like a bunch of dead tuna out in the fucking crowd?
They're considering never watching it again.
Valid point. But Bobby Lashley, he comes out looking generic as fuck. Just, black dude, white smile, white trunks, white headband. And
so he's Apollo Crews.
He Apollo Crews, but bigger. That's that's a perfect comparison. Like Apollo Crews to Bobby Lashley, that's a seamless comparison.
So you think like Titus Catering, who has fucking Apollo in there, you think like Lashley could maybe join in with them and they can come out and smile together?
Yes, that's totally gonna happen, because Bobby Lashley, he's all about having fun! Just like El Torito, and you know damn well that Bobby Lashley would tag team with El Torito if he was there.
Yeah.
Or Hornswoggle, or Little Boogeyman! You'll get these references if you watch the last episode, folks.
The dwarves that Lawler was with.
Yes! The King's Court versus Clowns or Us. The Legend match. Actually, I'd rather watch that over Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, same. With this fucking feud, man, this has got to be, hands down, one of the worst feuds in recent memory. Like, this fucking shit. You got Sami Zayn coming out with Bobby Lashley's quote-unquote sisters, and it's fucking men in drag, so it's gay by default. Like, literally gay.
Yes.
And you got fucking Bobby Lashley comes out smiling. He's not even mad about anything. He's just smiling, like you said. And then he beats up the fucking quote-unquote women, and it's like the worst fucking segment ever. And then you have fucking Sami Zayn talking about his Instagram. What the fuck is this feud? Literally.
I can't even summarize the feud. You just did it. It just basically comes off as Sami Zayn reaching for something, being desperate for something, finding desperate to just kind of face Bobby Lashley for no reason at all.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is Sami Zayn's like deal with Lashley? Is there like a reason he's doing this?
Well, that's what I thought, and that's the story that we need. It's why are you targeting this guy for no reason at all? Oh, okay.
I think I know why.
Okay.
You remember Greatest Royal Rumble when, or no, it was Backlash when Bobby Lashley pinned Fat Boy Owens with a suplex.
Yes, I remember that.
And since they're supposed to be friends and shit, Sami Zayn is mad that Owens got pinned by a suplex, so they're fighting. That's why.
That's actually the reasoning behind it.
It has to be.
That's the only.
This fucking feud is so bad. Like,
it doesn't even exist.
It's like Bailey. It's like Bailey, This Is Your Life-esque.
It's nearing that territory. I'd probably say, if it weren't for the broomstick getting like shoved up one of the guys' asses, it would be just as bad. But the broomstick, we saw like Perry Saturn's broom, so it just makes everything. It sets it just a level above Bailey, This Is Your Life, but without that broomstick, it would just be right on par in terms of awfulness.
That's true.
But, the match essentially was just, remember Sami Zayn's entrance with the dead fish? Well, he was just basically flopping around like a dead fish in the ring, too. Every single time. Bobby Lashley, he does a suplex. He does a really sloppy Dominator backbreaker thing. Does another suplex. Another really sloppy Dominator backbreaky thingy-majigger. And he does another suplex. Because, it gave him vertigo that one time in Montreal. So apparently that's a callback. What a callback. Because I just remembered I thought to remember something that important was Sami Zayn got
everybody wants to remember that. When they saw that, man, the continuity is unreal.
I know, bro. It's crazy.
It's like watching One Piece, man. It's One Piece-esque.
Dude, is Oda the writer for WWE? Who the fuck knows at this stage with this continuity?
Holy shit, man. I don't even know, man. Fuck.
It's cool. It's wild.
I want to get me... God, man, let me tell you something. When they come out with the Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn manga, and they put that... I can't even describe how excited I am right now. When it comes out in color, when they put it in color, I'm going to read that shit, bro.
Bro, how many chapters is it going to have?
I think like 200. At least
200. I mean, it's such a fucking story. There's too much to write. There's so many places you can go, bro.
It's gonna be longer than Steel Ball Run.
Definitely longer than anything from JoJo, hands down. Also better than anything JoJo related. Even better than the ring announcer JoJo. JoJo Offerman. Bray Wyatt's.
Bray Wyatt here. Bray Wyatt. I'm gonna go read that manga while I'm fucking JoJo.
Yeah, man. Good job, Bray. Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, he's like looking in through the window while they're doing it.
You are drowning in the pussy lake of rejuvenation.
His wife is playing the piano in the background.
Yes, exactly, yes. But no, and I'll just jokes aside, don't watch this match. It was garbage.
You missed nothing.
No, the first half of this pay-per-view was just sort of terrible. Seth Rollins versus Elias was a good match.
Alright, this is where I started watching.
Alright, well, I'll let you kind of go on with what you thought about it, since this was your first match.
I didn't see, like, the beginning. I kind of caught it, like, maybe a little before halfway through it, but I thought this was a pretty good match. And I definitely want to see Elias win the IC title. I think he's ready for it. And I think they want to give it to him, so I think he will get it. But the finish of this match, it was... I understand why they did it, but just seeing like another roll-up finish is lame. But him winning by pulling the tights...
When Seth Rollins is the face, exactly. It gives you somewhere to go.
They can do a rematch off of this easily.
And that's what I was okay with it. I felt like this was a good match, but it was just planting the seeds to a much larger scale sort of rivalry.
And I really liked Rollins selling in this match was fucking great, by the way.
Oh, Rollins at everything is great. I mean, I'm wearing his fucking shirt right now. Burn it down.
He's superb.
He's one of the best workers WWE has right now, and matches like this just solidify it. Yep. Rollins is Intercontinental. Yeah, Elias. I never thought Elias would go so far in the WWE with his weird drifter gimmick. When I first saw Elias, I just thought this man had jobber written all over him. I say give him 2 weeks and he'll be jobbing out to No Way Jose. But Elias has stayed the course, and he stayed really consistent and really good over the better part of a year. So mad respect for Elias for making a very weird gimmick have a lot of heat. And Seth Rollins, he's Seth freaking Rollins, and he's the man. What can I say? It's Monday Night Rollins. He's the Kingslayer. He's like one of the best of the best. So this match really solidifies that, and I expect much greater things from these two in the future. And like I said, with Elias, WWE always wants to give him a push with the way that this match ended, so he can come out on Raw tomorrow night, or tonight since we're recording this in the morning.
That's true, yeah.
But so he comes out tonight. I can't believe I stayed up this long, goddamn. But I lost my train of thought. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
He can come out and fucking like say you fucked me over and that type of shit, and they can do a rematch at the next pay-per-view.
Yep, there you go. Extreme Rules or some shit where there's gonna be like some
I believe that's the next one.
It's gonna be a guitar and a pole match.
Okay, speaking of which, I have to fucking cover something I heard Michael Cole say tonight.
Okay, let's see.
Because his fucking punk ass said some shit. You know how all the pay-per-views are like Raw and SmackDown now?
Yes.
Okay. I believe Michael Cole, or Pole as I call him, as Bruce Blitz always called him, 'cause I always thought that was like funny as hell.
Yeah.
But he fucking comes out right and says some shit on commentary about how not every pay-per-view is Raw facing off of SmackDown. Like how Money in the Bank, this isn't them facing off of each other or some shit, even though it clearly is. It's like they're trying to... I don't know how to explain it. You know how Survivor Series is supposed to be where they face off?
Yeah.
They've shot that in the ass completely by having every pay-per-view be Raw and SmackDown.
Well, it's just the brand split wasn't working because the pay-per-views were just not on point. So you have to have Raw and SmackDown together because the roster needs it. So
they're like trying to like defend it so hard. I was like, no, just come out and say every pay-per-view is fucking Raw and SmackDown. They're trying to make Survivor Series still feel all special and shit, but I don't know.
Survivor Series was never special to me to begin with, not gonna lie. It was
No, they killed off fucking Survivor Series after like 03. That was like my last like favorite Survivor Series.
My last favorite Survivor Series was the end of the Invasion angle, like 2001. That was the last one that I really cared about. So it's,
that was a fucking great pay-per-view.
So
that was one of my favorite matches ever.
I understand why it was chill-inducing. So much drama going into it. It was just top-notch on all levels. Next up, we have the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. You're very happy because a certain thick goddess claimed victory tonight. It was Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Ember Moon, Lana, Naomi, Natalya, and Sasha Banks. This match was infinity times better than last year's effort. These women brought their A game. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Even Lana didn't look that bad, which was quite surprising. She was limited.
I actually laughed at her in this match.
Yeah, she did good. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. She was there basically just to take bumps and be a comedic, like, what the fuck are you doing here entry, and she rolled with it, and she did a wonderful job with it, so kudos to her for putting on the best show she possibly could. Becky Lynch played like... Okay, now this is where a lot of people are upset. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, Becky Lynch should have won because they were building Becky Lynch to win, and she just didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people were upset about that.
Becky Lynch is never destined for, like, anything anymore.
I don't believe she's just there. She's just one of those that's just there. You know they don't, and I know that they don't like her in the back. They've always, I think not Michael Hayes, was it? Kevin Dunn doesn't like her fucking accent and shit.
Yeah, so it's...
They just don't like her.
It's just retarded reasoning all in all, but Becky Lynch is never going to be your poster child for the women's division. I'm sorry, Becky Lynch stands, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair had another amazing showing like she always does because she's just a amazing in-ring performer. I think she's probably the best the women's division has in terms of in-ring skill, so it's no surprise that she brought her A-game tonight, and she looked like $1 million. Ember Moon, aka the only ebony girl that I would actually consider having sex with.
She looked damn good tonight. I was like, damn, she looked pretty thick. I never really noticed it before.
No, I find her extremely hot in a weird way. It's just, there's just something about it, like her attitude, the way that she struts out. I don't know what it is, but my dick loves her.
Yeah, she was at the Smash Bros. Invitational.
Damn straight, son. Yeah, I remember seeing that shit. It was fucking great. So it wasn't like I never really noticed it before. But she's very hot, and I like her in-ring skills a lot. She's very athletic. The female division needs a high flyer, and trust me, she can provide the high-flying goods. And her finisher, man, the Eclipse, is like one of my favorite finishers in the company right now.
Yeah, that's great.
So I was low-key rooting for her. I knew she wouldn't win, but I was low-key rooting for her the entire time. Lana, I was very scared with Lana, because I was like, you're not a wrestler, Lana. What are you doing here? But she did fine. She did what she needed to do, and I'm okay with that. Naomi, she did some high-flying antics, and I'm happy that she was there, but I'm also happy she didn't win.
Oh, same. Oh, man, if she had won, I think I would have been depressed.
Dude, I remember, like, when she had that briefcase, and I was like, not Naomi! Not Naomi!
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was like that moment where it really looked like she was going to win.
But I was just like, anybody but her, anybody but her. Natalya was just sort of there. She didn't really do much in this match. Everyone thought she was going to win because of the Ronda Rousey shit, but apparently they had different expectations. Sasha Banks did okay. Well, you can, like, go ahead and say it.
Okay, about Natalya. Yeah, like you said, a lot of people thought she was going to win. I had a feeling she was going to win also. Yeah, because the shit with Rousey. But it was like, her and Naomi were like the two I was like, please do not win. That is the most boring fucking shit. I'm just sitting there questioning the whole time. I'm like, why are they even doing this shit with Natalya and the Rousey?
It makes no sense.
It just seems like so random to me.
It is, bro. I don't understand at all. It's, why are these two people of all people, like, Natalya? Okay, I guess she's submission, like, sharpshooter.
It's like they had a fucking, like they had cards in a fucking hat or some shit. And they just pulled a card out and Natalya was on it, so they just picked her.
Could you imagine Caramella and Rousey? Great duo. Oh my gosh. Just the best of the... I have a lot to say about fucking Carmella, too.
Oh, yeah,
The worst women's champion of all time.
That Mongo returned.
I hate Carmella with a burning passion. And I hate weak chin, no chin mongoloid that's fucking with her. But we'll definitely get into that. But yeah, Alexa Bliss won, and I was like, she was one of the competitors where I was like, if she wins, it's really no harm done. I wasn't rooting for her to win, but if she won, I would have been like, okay, at least it wasn't Naomi. That's really what it was.
Naomi's like the end game.
That was like the last, anything but Naomi for me. That's really what it was, because Naomi won the very first, like, women's battle royal at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, for whatever reason.
So I was just, we're not playing this game again. Which, I never mentioned Sasha Banks, but I don't need to, because Sasha Banks is very irrelevant now.
Yeah.
That's that.
Her and Bayley are like just there.
That feud that's been coming along since pre-WrestleMania, and it's still fucking ongoing now.
That feud that they've just like done nothing with.
It's never gonna climax, dude. It's never gonna lead to a match.
It's just a typical WWE. They start something and then they just don't follow up on it at all.
That's good, like the most modern case of it happening. But all in all, like I said, it was a pretty awesome match, and if you guys can check it out, I recommend it. Lots of really good spots, lots of athleticism was showing. It was really gets a solid up for me.
Yeah, but I'll say. Mm-hmm. About the match with Alexa Bliss winning, since Alexa Bliss is the goddess of WWE, as we know.
Oh, yes.
And the whole match, I was like, just sit on the outside the whole time and come in at the end and win. And that's exactly what she did. So I was like, look, she's such a genius, too. Such a genius, such a goddess. She's got such a perfect ass. Just a perfect face of this Alexa Bliss. And when she pulled that briefcase down, it was just like... I couldn't believe what I'd seen. I had reached Nirvana.
Oh my god! Oh, bro! I'm gonna take a lucky.
Later on,
I'm gonna take a lucky.
We'll get to it.
I'm gonna take a lucky guess here and just say, you would be okay with drilling Alexa Bliss. Am I safe to assume that, or is it like a no fuck no, man? Is it like?
I would say that's a safe assumption.
Okay.
That you have.
Okay, good. I was thinking about it, but I just had to say it. But we go from a really good to probably the worst thing in all of existence. Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal.
Ooh.
Words can't
Roman Reigns,
fathom my hatred.
This dude... He has been having some of the worst fucking pay-per-view matches like ever recently.
What is wrong with him? I don't like Roman Reigns. He was never the best worker in WWE or anything.
Yeah.
But what's going on? This is like
he's having solid pay-per-view matches. All of a sudden, this dude is just like in the worst shit.
You know, I haven't seen him have one good effort since pre-WrestleMania. Not one. The last time I saw him look good was in the Elimination Chamber. Ever since, this guy, he's been half-assing everything. His matches just consist of punches, lame-ass looking punches, a Samoan drop, trying for the drive-by kick, maybe a Superman punch, and then wham bam thank you ma'am, the spear. And that's it.
Yeah. And then maybe he'll do the 10 awful-looking clotheslines and the...
Oh, no, not the... those... Oh god, that's making me sick just thinking
so
about
bad.
it, dude.
We talk about how bad like Cena's moveset is. I don't know who has a worse moveset, him or Reigns, because Reigns is like, God, he's so bad.
I'd say John Cena at least has a couple lifting moves. Like, he has, like, the bad suplex. Yeah. He has that sort of power bomb thing.
He had the leg drop.
He had the leg
top rope.
I'd say Roman Reigns has a worse moveset than John Cena. Because John Cena, limited, at least his moveset was okay to make some okay matches given the right opponents. As bad as I think Cena is in the ring, I get more of a feeling that he tries harder than Reigns does. Yeah. It just feels like Roman Reigns has stopped trying. That's what it feels like to me now.
Feels like they might have told him, like, look, you're not going to get the belt anytime soon or some shit, so he's like, fuck this, I don't even care.
Well, that's why he's working matches with Mahal now, of all people.
Yeah.
But he wins. I was expecting, like, okay, with Sunil Singh pretending to be, like, injured and shit, that we would get, like, a repeat of last Money in the Bank where my boy Jinder defeated Randy Orton in a very good WWE title match, and I won't be told otherwise. I really enjoyed that Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton match.
I mostly like the first one where he won the title and they showed all the crowd and shit.
That was an unforgettable moment. That made Backlash 2017.
I remember I popped so hard.
Dude, same. I never popped so hard in my life. Like, I was just, Jinder Jobber Mahal is the WWE champion. What the fuck? It was one of those big moments. But yeah, this match, I already called it, like, just even before the show started, I was like, you can bet CM Punk chants are gonna happen. You can bet they're gonna do the wave. And guess what they did? They chanted for CM Punk and they did the damn wave.
Yeah.
Among other things. A
whole bunch of fucking chants. Boring chants. All types of shit. Beach ball shit.
Yeah, brah. It was literally everything I predicted.
And all you people, by the way, anyone that's going to blame it on Jinder, no, it's not because of Jinder. You know what it's because of. Quit trying to defend the dude. I don't even got to say it. You know why they were fucking doing that.
Yes, of course. Jinder Mahal was the only decent parts of this match. Bar none. It was Jinder Mahal, like, he at least tried sometimes in this match. Like, when he did, like, his gut wrench, like, he did, like, this fireman's carry, gut buster. I love that.
Yeah, that was good. He did good on that, yeah.
Jinder Mahal did some moves in this match, whereas Roman Reigns...
don't usually see him do it.
No. But Roman Reigns, on the other hand, just stunk the joint up.
Dude, you fucking got outperformed by Jinder Mahal. Jesus Christ.
Just let that sink in, fans. Just let that sink in.
This dude, he's supposed to be the fucking face of the company, the top guy, gets outperformed by Jinder Mahal in a singles match.
Completely. And, like I said, remember this. Okay, it's Jinder Mahal. Jinder's a bad worker. Okay, let's go back to WrestleMania, folks. The main event there. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Fans hated it.
That fucking U.S. title match was actually better than the main event.
Oh, completely. It was better than the main event. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And Jinder's entrance was he came out looking like a fucking anime, like, commander and shit.
That's what I loved about it. He looked like like a captain of a marine or some shit from One Piece. It was fucking hot, bro.
Yes.
Okay. So WrestleMania's main event was shit. That featured Roman Reigns, and then y'all trying to say it's Brock Lesnar's fault. Brock Lesnar, blah, blah,
blah. We gotta hate on fucking Brock because we're a bunch of fucking beta male motherfuckers.
Okay, it's Brock's fault. Then your beloved Roman Reigns gets another chance at main event with Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe has always been very acclaimed as a worker within the wrestling community. They praise him. That fat boy, they really love them Samoa Joe. I mean, he's a good worker in all seriousness and all jokes aside. He's a good worker, and I respect everything that he's done. But what happens? Okay, you have a fully good opponent that can wrestle a very good match. What happens, Roman Reigns? What happens when the opponent is Roman Reigns? Beat the traffic chance. That's what fucking happens. You have...
people leaving.
Yeah, you have Samoa Joe and people leaving in the middle of the main event of a pay-per-view.
In what had to be the worst pay-per-view main event I've possibly ever seen.
Yeah, I'd agree that it was the worst pay-per-view main event. At least I've seen of the 2000s anyway.
I mean, Jesus, it was like a 25 fucking minute match almost. I think it was around that time. It fucking dragged on and on. It was a match full of rest holds. All it was Joe beating the shit out of Roman the whole match. And then Reigns fucking comes back in the end, hits a single spear, and wins.
Yeah. And that's basically what happened with Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. Roman Reigns,
say he's a good worker, though.
Roman Reigns absorbed tons of punishment because of the resiliency of Reigns, according to Michael Pohl.
AKA, how much more can we make you hate this fucking guy?
Yes, yes. And then he comes right at the end with the, oh! He does the...
a spear, okay, I gotta say some shit about the finish of this fucking match.
Alright.
I was like, okay, when he speared Sunil Singh outside of the ring, I was like, okay, he'll get back in, Jinder's going to hit the Colossus and maybe pin him, but I could see Reigns maybe kicking out of it.
Yeah.
No Colossus, he just gets back in, randomly hits a spear out of nowhere and pins him, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? That's the finish to this match. Out of nowhere.
Bro, I got up and I raged about it, because I was like, you made me waste my time just for that. I remember, I got right off of my couch, and I went on a bullshit tirade where I just said that was the most bullshittingest bullshit that ever bullshitted a bullshit. How much bullshit can you put on my bullshit TV with this bullshit pay-per-view?
Yeah, seriously. Until you saw the next match, and then that was when the meltdown happened.
Austin can testify with this next match. I wasn't very happy about this next match.
I don't see how anybody could.
Caramella versus Asuka. This match was fucking terrible, first and foremost. Yeah. It sucked.
Caramella sucks, like, really.
Caramella is the worst women's champion I've ever seen. Candice Michelle is a better wrestler than Caramella. Melina is a better wrestler than Caramella. Ashley Massaro is a better wrestler than Caramella.
Hey, she's hotter than Caramella.
Exactly. So... there's no redeeming qualities about Caramella whatsoever. So let's push her.
It's just like, well, I don't get it. Like, out of all the women, Caramella is the one they're fucking pushing. Okay, with the people that hate on Bliss, and we'll get on to Bliss like later on with more of her, but with Bliss, I can see why they fucking push her. She's charismatic. She has an incredible look, of course, but it's like Caramella, I don't get it at all.
Caramella's annoying, not charismatic. She just comes off like a Jersey bitch, uninteresting, nothing to her at all.
Doesn't cut real promos, just keep saying the same like catchphrases. Oh, I'm better than you.
Mella is
same, yeah.
It's all about me. Beep 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 beep.
That song.
Money, fame, and power. But yeah.
How many times? Take a shot every time they say Mella is money.
That's all it is. You die of alcohol poisoning by the end of that, gents.
Jesus
as
Christ.
a heads up.
Dude, here's a good like showdown. What is said more, Mella is money, or how many times Etika said, "Oh my fucking god" during the Smash reveal?
Probably Etika, but his reasons were justified.
Oh yeah, completely. I was the same.
I mean, I was the same too. So, but Mella is money on the other hand. That's unjustified. It sucks.
Defeats Asuka.
And guess how she defeats Asuka?
How does she do it?
Some dude comes at wearing an Asuka mask. And Asuka looks like she's scared shitless of this guy in the mask. Why is Asuka so scared of a guy in a mask? Why? And who's this guy underneath the mask? None other than James Ellsworth. Oh boy, the return of the legend Ellsworth.
Oh my god.
We get to see his ugly, not even beta. What's like fucking Delta ass? That's what he is. He's a fucking Delta ass on my screen again. I had a better body than James Ellsworth did when I was 5.
He's like... I'm trying to think of a guy who has a worse like physique than James Ellsworth. You'd have to go like what was that fucking like skinny anorexic guy that was on ECW?
Tom Delaney.
Yeah, him.
But even then, I give you the edge to James Ellsworth still because Tom Delaney had a chin at the very least. He was a fully formed human.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, at least he evolved some.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk about this match anymore. It was just... I just tweeted one thing, and I said, I hate professional wrestling now. That was my one tweet right there. Two of the worst pay-per-view things I've seen all year, back-to-back. But then...
hang on. Before we go on to the next one, I had one more thing to say about the Asuka thing.
Sure.
When Ellsworth came up on the steps dressed as Asuka, I was reminded of the amazingly classic Kane versus fake Kane feud.
Oh God, not that.
Or the imposter Kane, excuse me.
Yes.
Where you had Luke Gallows as Kane.
Yes, I do recall that. Oof.
And what was the next match?
My favorite match of the night. It was AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match for the WWE Championship. And it was also the longest match of the night at 31 minutes, 15 seconds. This match was an absolute war. Yeah. I loved it from start to finish. It was their best match, bar none. So much drama, so much action. It was hard.
Imagine if this had been in Mania.
Dude, it would be a WrestleMania classic. Classic.
This should have been the main event of Mania. This is what should have closed the show.
Completely with this. Dude, I'll never forget. AJ Styles did a Styles Clash off the fucking stairs to the floor.
That shit was so sick.
And Shinsuke got up still.
Amazing selling by him when he he really made me think he wasn't going to get back up.
No.
And he gets up at the last possible moment.
These two guys were geniuses in this match. They looked like the best of the best that WWE has. I was never much of a Nakamura fan, but after his heel turn, I have been turned into a big Nakamura stan. I think he is just brilliant as a heel. His in-ring work is better. He's just such a good heel character, and he was the perfect counter to AJ Styles. So having these two together in this explosive environment, I also love the fact that they were teasing like double count-out endings again, but at the very end, AJ Styles got rayed up, and it was just so satisfying. Now, Nakamura lost, and that's sort of the controversial part of this match. AJ Styles cleanly and emphatically defeated Nakamura by kicking him in the balls as hard as he could, then doing a Styles Clash from inside the ring, outside the ring through an announce table. It looks spectacular.
Yeah, I will say, with the finish of this match, I don't like that Nakamura lost, but they did it in the best way.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where Nakamura can go after this.
That's
sort
the
of
big question.
Because AJ Styles, he's awesome, so no matter what happens to him, he'll always have something good going on.
Also on the cover of the new game.
Yeah, so we already know AJ Styles is going to be doing good going down the line in WWE. But Nakamura, it's like he's Japanese, so WWE doesn't want to really get behind him. I don't know what it is.
That's got to be the reason. I don't see a reason for him not to have won the belt at this point. And if he still does, like, in the future, I mean, it's weird with this Nakamura thing. If he still wins in the future, then okay. But it's just weird how they have him try so many times to win the belt, and he just can't fucking win it.
Never, ever, ever wins when it matters. He never does. But yeah, the match was incredible. Match of the night from me. It was just fucking ace. I give it. Meltzer cross-folded. I give it arms crossed. I give it 5 stars.
Oh yeah, throw them stars.
That's what I'll put up an image of the Meltzer stars. That's
the legend picture.
That's me when I saw this match.
Yeah.
Since I'm really tired as fuck, I'm gonna quickly get through the final two. Ronda Rousey versus Naiya Jax was surprising.
Okay, I thought this match was a lot better than it had any right to be. Rousey really had a good showing in this.
Rousey is coming off like a really good attraction. I can't say much more than that. I'm always nervous with her matches because I think they're going to be squashes or they're going to be shit. But every time she gets in that ring, she's awesome. And I look forward to...
She had a really great competitive match with her.
Yeah, I really hope to see more of Ronda Rousey in the future. I do. The fact that she's an attraction and she's that good is sort of pissing me off because the women's division could use a competitor the level of Ronda Rousey right now.
That's so true.
But if she's an attraction, she's an attraction. And if you're going to make her matches special, at least she can deliver the goods when said matches are had. This was Naiya Jax's best in-ring showing I think I've ever seen. She looked like a great powerhouse.
Yeah, really. This was like her best match she's ever had. And it was with Ronda Rousey.
Of all people. But, you know, here's something that confuses me. How is it that Naiya Jax can beat the fuck out of Ronda Rousey, but yet gets her ass owned by Alexa Bliss? Explain this to me.
I think it's because they were trying to say that the whole thing of, like, Rousey had wore her out with the armbar or some shit before.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But they had, like, this whole anti-bullying campaign with her and Bliss, so wouldn't that give it, like... I don't know. It's weird.
This was the climax of the bullying feud where Alexa Bliss got revenge on the bully Naiya Jax.
Yes, completely. Good guys win in the end. That's all you need to know, folks.
Oh yeah, and I was just so happy when I saw Bliss cash in, and she took out fucking Rousey. I can go on another tirade about Alexa Bliss. Takes out Ronda Rousey. Takes out Naiya Jax. Yeah. Hit him with the briefcase. Yeah, you know that gif of Vince McMahon where he's having an orgasm
with Stacy Kleber dancing on the table. Yeah.
When Alexa Bliss cashed in and fucking hit the twisted Bliss on Nia Jax for the 3 count. 5-time women's champ.
Hot.
Spectacular moment.
One of the most legendary cash-ins of all time. Just for the fact, thick in the bank.
Goddess in the bank.
There's many terms that you could use for it, but for me, I think this leaves us the Raw Women's Division with a lot to work with going into Raw and going into future pay-per-views. We get triple threats between Nia Jax, Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss. There's lots to do here, and so
I could see a triple threat, maybe like SummerSlam.
It all works. I'm excited to see where we go with this. I really am. The final match of the night was Braun Strowman versus Bobby Roode versus Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston versus Rusev versus Samoa Joe versus The Miz in a Money in the Bank ladder match. And it was absolute carnage.
Great match.
Fun. Dude, I knew this was
probably my favorite Money in the Bank match in a long time.
It's been the best showing in years, that's for fucking sure.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Braun Strowman needs to be in every ladder match ever after seeing this. He so does.
Yeah, seriously.
That spot where he threw Kevin Owens off of a ladder as high as the Titantron nearly made me shit my pants.
Yeah, Owens all scared looking. He's grabbed him. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and throws him off.
That was just such an awesome moment. You're gonna see that in the highlight reels for every Money in the Bank ever now. Rightfully fucking so. It was one heck of a highlight. Oh.
Also really liked the setup before that with Joe and Rusev and Owens attacking Strowman to put him on the table, and they teased the frog splash.
Yes.
I thought the build to the spot was just really great.
Everything about this match was just well done, fast-paced carnage, and it just made me happy watching it. I was so entertained by everything that was happening. You couldn't blink in this match. There was always something going on. People always hitting their special moves in rapid succession. Balor's coup de grace from the top of the ladder from outside to inside the ring
was great.
Is the best thing Finn Balor has ever done in the WWE.
I would say either that or when he beat Reigns the first match.
Yes, either or. But seriously, I'd say that spot is the most highly real moment that he's ever had, and probably ever will have.
Easily.
Just, Finn Balor looked like such a star in this. Everybody looked like such a star in this match. Kofi Kingston getting very beloved in this match. The crowd was really behind him.
He got a great pop when he came out. They were chanting for him.
Yeah, and I'm happy. Kofi Kingston, I mean, he's an amazing athlete. He's been in the WWE for a long time. Seeing him in the singles division, maybe get that one push to kind of cap off a really good career for him, I'd be happy with that. Because after all the blood, sweat, tears he's put into this, you give him a one, maybe short title reign, I'm happy with that, and I'm happy for him.
I do kind of think... I think he will eventually get a world title at the end of his career.
I believe so. And then he'll probably, like, retire with it or something like that. And it'll be a very feel-good moment. But, you know, Beast in the Bank.
Hall of Famer.
Yes. Oh, easily a Hall of Famer. All of the New Day are probably going to be Hall of Famers, let's be honest. What did you say?
No, I didn't say anything. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. But, Braun Strowman... He, Beast in the Bank and Bliss in the Bank. Team Little Big looked great tonight. And if you're gonna notice in the picture as to why I'm Braun Strowman, as to why Austin is Alexa Bliss, now you know why. We're Team Little Big. That's what we do. We legends. And after this podcast,
on the Godcast,
I'm gonna have Austin bend over. And I'm gonna give him these hands, if you know what I mean. Wink.
Well, since I'm Alexa Bliss, you know she gotta take it good.
Real tight. I said this in a DM once, and I'll say it again. That pussy gotta be tighter than a fat emo trying to fit inside skinny jeans. And I'm gonna have to edit that audio, because I slurred that to fuck, but I've been up for nearing 24 hours, so don't blame me.
Yeah, we both been up for a while. I think I've been up like all day since like 7 a.m. and I took a nap like right before.
Okay, I've been up since 9 a.m. continuously. So after this, I'm hitting the fucking bed hard. But yeah, that pretty much does it for Money in the Bank. It was an event filled with mixed emotions for me. It had amazing moments, it had some bad moments, but all in all, I liked it. I thought it was overall a pretty decent show. Definitely better than Backlash. If you're looking for some great easily. WWE matches, you know the ones to watch now. Yep. And with that, I guess we'll be signing off. So, you state your ending. Austin, what is it going to be for this week?
At Ultimate being one. My name is Tesoro Lannister on there. And, you know, we just, same shit as always on there. Always having fun.
Damn straight. You make sure to follow him. You follow me at Santoryu Star, a combination of Roronoa Zoro, my favorite anime character, and Sailor Stars, my favorite anime arc. Soon to be bested by Water 7, of course. Anyways, this is Sailor Dodo, signing out. Have a good one, guys.